Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today the Baller STD is out. It's available to purchase only for 1.715 million. It is an Amani Tech vehicle, and yeah, I have been through this before, but it's very strange how Rockstar had all these baller options for so many years. The two original ballers, which were both called ballers, and then they brought other ballers in GTA Online which just looked really similar, and for some reason Rockstar's approach now is to just bring out something that looks so similar to the actual Land Rover from GTA's generations of just updating their original baller in the game that really looked like a Range Rover but far from it, and now they brought something that looks so close to the actual Range Rover. But in this video anyway, we are going to customize it, we are going to have a look at it. Is it worth 1.7 million? I mean, it's not surprising. I'll just say that. It's not surprising that it's that cost. Alright, we'll start off with our arch covers. And we do have little extended arches, as you can see. But, like always, the wheel does not come out. The wheel does not poke out anymore. So, yeah, if you want to put arch covers on, you can. But you're not going to see a different change in the wheelbase. I think I'll leave it off for now for a better look. So, for body trim, we literally have the body trim on the side that we can change the color of, and I'm showing the real life car as well. You can see it in different colors, so you can change the color in real life. So I just won't be going for the same color as my body because it changes the front as well. So like the front of the grille and the lip also changes. Yeah, bumpers, we have front bumper, and then we have basically have splitters. It's weird. Rockstar sometimes have their own category for splitters, but sometimes they put it in bumpers. Maybe just to show that they've got... I mean, I actually like it. It's not too crazy, these bumper splitter options. I will be putting the small splitter on because it doesn't get away from the luxury factor of this car. And then exhaust. I remember when I did make a video on this before the release, that I wasn't too satisfied with the exhaust. And yeah, I still feel the same. I think it just looks odd. Like, the exhaust options that are nice and not pixelated are small and look off, but then when you get the bigger, nicer exhaust, you get pixelated ones. Yeah, so I'll just make sure that I'm in the camera angle that's most furthest away so I don't have to look at those pixels. We have the hood options, we have flat hood, and for some reason Rockstar have recently started doing this where they'll put the more tame hood option as an option. So they won't make the smoothened out hood as the default option, they'll make it as an actual aftermarket option. So yeah, we do have a few hood options, which is again great because Rockstar are really not lacking but deceiving sometimes, because Rockstar have started to make modifications and just make them different colors to make it look like there's loads of different options when there's really not. And I will be doing Amani Tech, so yeah, if you're wondering, that will be right after this. Black stripes. We have white. Okay, yeah, I'll change the color of the car. There we go. So I'll put it on the crew color. And yeah, we got white stripes on the right of your car and black stripes. And then the other one's called and County. Like, it's cool reference because obviously the Queen is not with us anymore. And yeah, then we got more youth, kind of young, trendy kind of liveries. We have mirror options, and we can change it to carbon. And we can actually change the mirror design as well. So we have plastic secondary. Yeah, we have two options basically. So it's this option and then this option. We have the mudguard option, and yeah, they do have to be high up because if you guys remember from the other video, it gets super low, this car. Roof, and yeah, we can change the trim around the pan roof and the full roof if you would like to. And yeah, you can change the spoiler later on to suit if you get carbon trim. I'll just put that on to show you. Spoiler, we can change it, so we can change the little... It's strange because it's the same spoiler but fully color matched, so that yeah, it looks like it's extended when it's not. Then we do have carbon, like I said earlier, to match the roof. You can change it to carbon, and you can have also a grooved one. But then it does get slightly interesting because yeah, we start getting spoilers. And it doesn't stop at this little spoiler that is on the roof. It gets bigger and bigger. Yeah. And I guess not as big, but higher up. Yeah, it is very strange to see these options on a baller, but you can put them on if you want. But yeah, I'll be putting on the grooved carbon fiber one. We have plastic trim covers, and yeah, if you want to I think it does look slightly better actually with the sun strip on there. And this is where it gets crazy. Yeah, you can lower this thing, get a bit of camber, and slam the thing. Again, not totally unrealistic, as like you can get these with air suspension that do go low. Not that low, but yeah, probably to this stage without the camber. But yeah, that is it for options. We have, you know, the typical window and wheel options. And it's very hard to change up the wheels when you have a nice default kind of unique wheel in GTA, because that's the refreshment we have. There's not been an update on wheels for a long time, so we have to make do with the ones that come with the car. Yeah, so after changing the trim color, let's go and drive this thing. I put the second suspension option. Yeah, let's drive this thing. There's not really much to say when it comes to SUVs in general. Actually, in GTA, what is utility for SUVs? Oh my god. Yeah, they off-road a bit better, I think. But in real life, you know, you have a use case. And in GTA, I guess, it's... you sell the car on looks. It just looks good or not. And it is a shame that you still see, you know, the exhaust pixels in your camera angle, no matter how far back you go. Like, okay, now I can, maybe because I know it's there, and I'm sorry if I pointed that out and now you guys see it too. By the way, let's go to the agency and let's see what Armani Tech things you can put on. You know what? Actually driving this thing really fast around town, I realized that it's not got a crazy kind of slidey mass to it. Maybe it's because I've got it quite high up and it's not slammed to the ground, but it's not crazy with its handling. I feel like it's almost like a car. Yeah, like a car. It is a car, but I mean a non-SUV. For the Armani Tech, you can put the remote lock on jammer and you can put the remote control unit as well. I will not be doing that today. I will not be spending 400,000 just for this not to get locked onto. I'll just use another car in free mode. As far as anything else, there's no other option. There's no armor plating. There's no slick mines that you can put down. Yeah, that's the only Armani Tech option. Okay, I've updated the baller for thumbnail spec, I'd say, and I've slammed it to the ground. I put on this blue paint, and let's see if, you know, the handling is affected. Do you know what? Just turning this thing, it still does feel very darty for an SUV. Like, yeah, it feels really good. It feels like the rear end comes around, and I don't want to crash saying that because that would be very contradictory. But yeah, it does still, it's got mass, but it's not got mass you'd think from an SUV. It feels like a very, very sporty SUV. And this is supposed to be, you know, not the Sport. This is supposed to be the Range Rover. Is it worth 1.715 million? That is the question. Now, I think a lot of cars in GTA, it's a new era. Cars get sold now on the realism factor. And I think Rockstar are probably seeing a trend in cars that look like real life equivalent. You know, people purchase it more if it does look like the more real life equivalent. And that's why they're getting closer and closer. I can only tell you that this thing does look really real. Even playing with this car around in GTA, like if you made it to a certain spec and then you saw an actual Range Rover in real life, you just think of your baller because it's that close. And I think being worth it or not is now down to you. Do you like real Range Rovers? But yeah, let me know what your opinion is, because that's what I feel now. Rock's realizing that cars sell a lot more when they look more realistic, and that's why they do it, and that's what it is. But yeah, for the options and everything, the handling is kind of great. The options are okay. You're not spoiling yourself there. That's not a spoiler reference. Okay, I'm so unfunny. I'll stop now. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy, and see you guys in the next one.